Hey, what's up with your dating life, man?
Oh, dude, I'm engaged.
What? No way!
Shut the f up.
And then your timing's impeccable because I just got engaged last Saturday.
Shut the f up.
Congrats, Walter!
Yeah.
Where's your ring? Where's your ring?
Wait.
Welcome back to a very Walter Hongy episode of Careful Boys.
Welcome back, Walter.
We're catching up with Daddy Hong here.
What's good for you?
Look, I said this when I came in. He looks a lot more trim.
Yeah,
like, you look like you look tight.
You look like you lost weight.
It looks that way, but I think it's just because I'm older now, and so it just goes elsewhere.
No, that's dude. You been working out?
What is it in like your ankles or something? What are you talking about?
You know, honestly, like you guys are younger. You don't worry about back fat. I think it goes to my back. It's like, because when I go to scratch my back, I have to be careful.
Skin's all loose?
Yeah, it's all loose. Like I grab it and I forget about scratching. It's just
So it goes from belly to back?
How much older? How much older are you?
I'm 50.
That's not.
Oh shit, that's
Yeah.
old.
But on stage, right?
I said the opposite.
But on stage, I say I'm 63.
What? Did people believe you?
Dude, people do, and then people come and they go, I have guys come up, no joke, guys will come and go, dude, you're 63, like how do you do it? And I'm like, hey, like nothing I say on stage is real. And they go, oh.
How do you do it?
Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
So I feel like every 10 years is a crazy like milestone
Yeah,
age,
yeah.
right? What's the difference to you from turning 50 versus turning 40?
I just turned 40.
You just turned 40? Okay.
Like few.
Oh, wow.
Happy birthday. You did it.
Happy birthday.
Over the hill.
For me right now, I watch a lot of TV, so I sit on my couch a lot. When I get up to go pee, no joke, everything hurts.
That's the milestone?
Yeah, everything hurts.
What's your definition of milestone, man?
I was asking for wisdom. Like, yeah.
Not gallstone.
You wanted wisdom.
Yeah, drop some bars for us.
What's some wisdom?
That sounds bad right now.
Wisdom would be, I feel like,
What can I tweet later? You know?
you know what? Whatever makes you happy, just do it. And if someone's doing something, and it's cool. Like I don't even care.
You just don't care anymore. Huh?
Less fucks, huh?
Yeah, you get more of this as you get older.
Yeah, I don't care. You know, and the thing too is, you know, when I was younger, I would debate with adults, like older adults, and then they would say their point, and then I would say my point, and they would just stop. Yeah. And I'm like, well, I must be a genius because I just like debated with this adult, like 20, 30 years older, and they stop. Yeah, but as now I'm that age, I realize it's not because when I was younger I made a good point. Is I don't want to deal with it. And all I'm thinking is, dude, you're dumb. You don't know anything. You're 20 years old. I don't want to deal with you, man. And so like I don't argue. Like I don't even argue with. I try not to argue with retail people or like you go to like food places and you ask them a simple question.
Yeah.
Like the best was I went to this soap store. I won't say the name. LUSH. And they had this certain soap. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called Snowman or something. I was like, hey, does this come in another form? Because it came in like a jelly, and it's really difficult to use in the shower. So I was like, does it come in another form, like a pump or like a bar or something? The guy goes, oh, sir, that's a seasonal item. I go, oh, cool. Like it only comes out on Christmas. He's like, yeah. I go, dope. But does it come in another form? Like a bar or like a pump?
You gotta say the whole thing again.
He goes, sir, it's a seasonal item. Yeah. I go, dope, I got it. But does it come in another form? And then he's now frustrated. He goes, sir, it's a seasonal item. I got it. It only comes out one time in the year, but can you pump it? And he's like, sir, it's a seasonal item. I'm like, oh my gosh.
It went 4 laps.
Yeah. And then I realized that was my fault. Yeah. It was my fault because I kept asking. And then so when I turned 50, I was like, you know what?
Doesn't matter.
Nah, I'm not even gonna argue.
Yeah.
I don't care.
This feels whatever.
Yeah.
It's the nice way of saying no. It doesn't come in a pump or a bar, dude.
Yeah, I know. Seriously, that's my fault. And then, but so if people like have a point about whatever, like I don't even know what the generation's called. Is it Z? Is it whatever? Like the 20s and the 30s, whatever they're called. They'll say like, oh, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. I'm like, cool. You do that. Like, cool. Like or like they'll say you gotta do this. I'm like, nah, player. I'm just gonna chill.
Tired.
Yeah, I'm tired. Like I'm not getting up and moving because when I do it hurts.
That is the fighting age, though. Wow.
when you have the energy to fight
Yeah.
for your rights or whatever, the
Bars.
20s is like I stand for something, I'm gonna fight. Cause you think you're the only person that got this new information.
Yeah.
Not knowing that there's like hippies in their 80s that's been fighting some shit, you know?
Yeah.
And you don't have like children or a mortgage and stuff.
Yup, so you don't have anything to worry about.
Like all those kids at like our schools right now, our colleges, where they're like protesting, and then I think Brown capitulated, and they said we're gonna divest for the companies that support Israel, whatever. That's all well and good. They can do whatever they want, but like the kids, like are they? I think they feel proud.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, we did this. But like, are they gonna put it on their resume? Like that's
They
what I'm wondering.
protested.
Yeah, like we.
I think it'll be on
protested,
the
got this
record.
done. It'll be exactly. It's gonna be on the record. And like when a company sees like, oh, you participated in this protest, great, awesome. But I don't think they're gonna hire the kid, because what if they're doing something wrong, and then this is now the new whistleblower, which I don't know if you guys know. Did you guys hear it? The second.
Yeah, the
Boeing
second
whistleblower.
Boeing guy got
Oh yeah, he got sick and died. Another one.
he
now.
got a infection.
Yeah, rare infection. And then I told this to people. I said the first one that died, I was like, okay, it's Boeing. It could be Boeing. But the second one, I'm thinking something different, because Boeing's not that yet. Well, I think someone has it out for Boeing.
Yo, that's
they're-
funny. Boeing's like, we didn't do that one.
Yeah, we didn't do that one exactly. I think someone has
Like
it
it's
out.
Raytheon or something.
Or like another company, because there's only two airplane manufacturers in the world. Airbus and Boeing.
Yeah.
I feel like someone's got it out for them, because there's so many billionaires right now that probably just like, dude, let's do our own. And then how do we get rid of one of them? That's my theory.
Yeah.
So if I end up not unalive, which is what TikTok says,
Who did it?
you know why. I don't know who it would be. Maybe some like,
Well, who do you
billionaires.
want the blame to go to?
Yeah, that's a better question.
Alibaba?
Oh,
Alibaba
shit,
planes?
shots fired,
Fuck
dude.
that.
That'd be crazy. Baba Airlines?
No, I'm good, dude.
You got a rival comedian that you want to take the blame?
Jason Cheney.
Okay, Jason Cheney did it.
Dude, I got him so good one night. We're all out, and I was like, hey, Jason, like, because Jason's Taiwanese. He's like, hey, dude, where do you go for good Taiwanese food? And so he's like thinking, and he like tells me some place.
It's actually really rare, you know that?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, to find a good
And so he was like, oh, I don't, I go to this place. And then he's like, oh, where do you go? I go to your mom's.
That's fun.
And did it take a while for him to click? He thought that was
Because it's Cheney. It's Cheney. It's just like, oh, well, like, what?
Oh, well, what are you saying?
And like, mom jokes.
Why you gotta say that, bro?
Right, yeah. Like mom jokes are our age, like everyone gets it, but young people they're like I don't understand. Like why are you talking about my mom?
He's not that young. He just doesn't get shit. We got him right here. Look at behind.
So why you gotta say that?
Did he make this face?
He always got that blank,
Default face.
Yeah, I think it's very endearing.
And his wife is Korean, and I don't know.
You got a problem with that?
Initially I was like, why do you guys steal our women? And then the more I got to know Cheney, I was like, I told the wife that's your fault. That you chose Cheney. You chose incorrectly.
You're supposed to get mad at her and say, why are you stealing their men?
Yeah, put the blame on her.
The other way.
Yeah, you should have gotten two.
Hey,
of
what's
them.
up with your dating life, man?
Oh, dude, I'm engaged.
What?
No way.
Shut the fuck up.
And then your timing's impeccable, because I just got engaged last Saturday.
Shut the
Wow. Congrats, Walter.
Where's your ring? Where's your ring?
Wait.
Let's go, dude.
I have one on right now, but it's because
That's not even the right hand.
yeah. Well, I'm allergic to certain metals. Oh, wow. And so I went on AliExpress. Dude, if you need to get rings, AliExpress is where to
It's
go.
the cheap place to get it.
Oh my gosh, dude! And I think it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they'll call it Express.
Is that Alibaba offshoot?
I think it's AliExpress is the like for individual end, like we just want to buy one or two things. Alibaba is the wholesale. Oh, you gotta buy 1,000 pieces or whatever, right? But yeah, so like I'm allergic to certain metals, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna try like tungsten out and titanium. Dude, this tungsten ring, it's $7. When you go on the like tungsten websites, they're 100 to 150. Wow. Are they the same one?
Probably.
I think they are.
Yeah.
They may not be, but I think they are.
Low key, I just don't give a fuck about the ring. Like, who is this chick?
Oh.
Yeah, fuck the ring. Thank you, Anthony.
I don't give a fuck about tungsten.
The last time,
How are we talking about tungsten right now?
What are your favorite metals, actually?
Can I just say you're
Top 10
ruining
medals.
my sponsorship for AliExpress right now? I've been trying to get that going.
Trying to pay for his wedding, man.
I know.
I feel like the last time we had you, you told us all the horror story dating stuff that you were going through.
You came back from Korea and
Dude, we thought you were doomed.
What up, guys? Thank you for watching us for so long. If you like what we do, please support our Patreon. Joe, tell them what we have to offer.
So every week you get 2 videos. One never released director's cut, and another one 2 hot for YouTube, Patreon only. Every freaking week you get that. And you get access to our Discord where you can come chat with us.
And ask us questions that become episodes here because we're going to answer them and we're going to take it seriously and we want to give you the responses that you want. So come stay connected with us, join our Patreon, click the description below for full details.
Who is she? Where did you meet?
So, I don't want to say her name only because she doesn't like attention, but we met at church actually.
Wow.
At church.
Here.
Yeah, and so
Wow.
we met, out of all places, like right, the church I go to every week. And we met at book club. What? She was actually like my group leader in book club.
She's been going to this church or she's new?
But my church is like, I think it's like
1,000 people.
It's like more than, it's like maybe 1,200, 1,500 people. And there's 3 services. And so we don't see everyone, but we went to the same service, but like you just don't see people. I noticed this, when you go to a big church, after the service, you go to the same spot every week. So when you venture out to a different spot, like 10 feet away, it's like completely different people. Because you only go to the spot that everyone goes to the same spot.
I got you. Yeah,
so you're familiar with the people next to you. You may not know them, but that's who you're familiar with their faces.
Right.
But I remember going to a different spot. I'm like, who are all these people? Like it's completely. So I'd never seen her. She had never seen me. And then so we just got to talking and.
How long ago was this?
That's awesome.
It was, we met a year ago, about almost a year ago. And then we were dating on and off for like a couple months, and then we got serious in November. Wow. And then I got engaged on Saturday.
That's good because it sounds like a sweet, wholesome, like you meet at a church, like probably vetted because mutual people, God, vetted by God.
Better by God, most importantly.
But that's so much different from like dating app experiences and all that stuff too. You know?
Totally,
you've been there, man.
different.
You don't have to hire a
I've been
private
there.
investigator
Yeah.
to check their background.
Yeah.
Do you know that's on my Twitter, which I never go on, or X now.
There you
It
go.
is on my bio. It says I have a private investigator on retainer.
That's real, not creepy, yeah.
It is. It's kind of creepy, but at the same time, you kind of need it now. Yeah. You kind of need it now. But yeah, like there was, like Joe, you're right. There was an immediate like vetting.
Yeah.
Almost, because like even though we didn't know each other, we have built-in mutual friends.
That's good. That's good.
So that was cool, and we talked about like how I never even seen you.
Because I never seen you eat.
Yeah, that's kind of, it was one of those.
I was hoping it'd be one of those things where you just saw her every week and you were always like, yo, Esther, when you gonna let me hit?
Yo, Esther.
And just like after a year, she's like, fine. Walter?
When are you gonna let me hit?
At church.
What's hilarious is like two books of the Bible have women names, and you picked one of them.
Yeah, well,
That's
you know,
nice.
I am of the Bible.
That's a common Korean name.
That's what, more what I was doing.
Oh, is that what you?
Yeah.
It was either
I was
Esther or
being
Ruth.
racist. Is
Yeah.
What I'm doing. No, that's great, dude.
Thank you. Yeah, or like Jennifer, Jenny.
How'd you propose? What was the plan? How'd you do it?
So I got it in my head earlier in the week. I'm gonna put the ring in a jewelry box with like a
Tungsten $7 ring.
Dude, this is too valuable because the titanium one was $2.
Oh, okay.
You're living, baby.
And what you do, I didn't know in America. Side note: in America, titanium is way overpriced. Because outside of the U.S., the marketing on titanium it's a readily available metal.
What?
Like for us, like for those that bike, the cage that holds water bottles, plastic one's $6. Titanium's like $60. It's considerably lighter.
Yeah.
But dude, you go on AliExpress, titanium's like nothing. It's like whatever. $2. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Low-key, I don't give a fuck about titanium. How did you propose?
Get titanium for
I'll give you
cheap.
pushback. This was actually pretty good.
I need titanium shit.
I'm trying to bring it back to AliExpress to sponsor me. But no, titanium, outside of the US, I guess the marketing on it is like it's readily and easily available. So it's cheap.
Yeah. Lieutenant Dan drove the price up when he mentioned it in Forrest Gump.
Yeah, I mean something. Dude, but yeah, titanium for
Inflated.
my titanium ring, $2.
Okay. Wow. How much was her ring that you got?
Oh, let's not talk about that. That's
No, you probably did a good
Bring it back to AliExpress. Do you get that sponsor?
I know, dude, and I'm not gonna lie to you. You know people do decoy rings? when they travel. So if they lose
Yeah.
we're looking on AliExpress for those.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's smart.
But the girl one's more expensive. It's like $15.
Wow.
Double the price?
Yeah, obviously not real diamonds, but like, cubic zirconia or what looks like. But it's like, $15.
She's not worried about being judged when she travels.
No, I think because for her, like, she doesn't know. She's not one of those girls that like they go, hey, how many carats is that?
That's good.
She's not one of those.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So it's a very different. Like she lives in a different world.
How did she warm up to you eventually? To like,
I don't know if you know.
romantic.
Yeah, I don't know if you. But I'm funny, and so that kind of helped.
But then I just want to fuck you. I don't want to marry you.
That's true. That is true. That's true. No, actually, my thing was I like because we're all kind of introducing ourselves because we're in a small group, and then so she said where she was from, like where she lived, and I was like, oh, there's this cool like Korean barbecue duck restaurant. Their main thing is duck.
Korean barbecue duck?
Grilled duck. Oh, it's delicious. It's so good. And then so I sent her, like I messaged her the info. That was my in. And then it turned out they closed down. Because during COVID, right? So I was like, because I was gonna like easily just go, hey, let's go. Like one time. But then it's closed. Now like I had to do the whole like, oh man, like like I was like, how do I ask her out? So then I was just like, oh, we should just hang out sometime and like eat and stuff. And then she just straight out goes, do you normally ask girls out this fast? And I was like, technically I didn't really ask you out. Like I was just like, let's just hang out, and then I'll see if I'm gonna ask you out. But she's like, yeah, cool, let's like hang out. And then so that's how that happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's really cool. How did you know she was the one though? That you're like, okay, I'm gonna.
For me, like the big liquor in the sky really provided in the sense of like, I think for me, I thought, okay, this is the kind of woman I want. Like, and as I got older, the qualities just came down to like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Like someone who's genuinely just warm and nice, got a decent head on her shoulders and stuff. But I felt like the big liquor in the sky filled in all these little gaps that I wasn't even thinking about. Like just because like like as like a lot of comedians here, you just end up joking around just for no reason.
Yeah.
And as you get older, you realize a lot of people don't like that.
They're sensitive or whatever.
They get bothered by it.
That's why our friend circle's small.
Right? Yeah. Exactly. I think when we're young, we don't know that. We just think everyone's enjoying our company. But as we get older, we're like, I think people get bothered by it. Like us joking around and stuff.
It's because they can't fire back.
Yeah.
And they don't know what we're doing.
No.
So they're like, they don't know satire. They don't know that. It's like, come on.
Or they have a significant other that isn't like that, and then now they're like not allowed to be like that around them.
Yeah. And so they get used to it.
Yeah.
You get used to that life. But with her, like, we joke, and she knows, like, she just knows when I'm being serious and when I'm joking.
So she's smart.
Yeah, because a lot of people, I'm sure we run into a lot of people where they're like, I don't know if you're joking or not. Like, are you being serious?
Yeah.
And it's like,
Even my
really?
wife
Like,
doesn't know.
Yeah. But for me, like she just knows. I was like, oh, you know what? This is like it's a nice like surprise. And then there's like other things like that, and I was just like, this is really cool. Yeah.
That's awesome. So happy for you.
Well, thank you.
Me
man.
too, man. I really am, dude. That's
Thank
dope,
you.
man.
I heard that the like stats change past 50 where men have more options than women. But then, because then around that age is when a lot of divorces happen too. So there's a lot more single women.
There's dude.
I see.
They're their own subculture on the dating apps. It's a divorcees.
Really?
A lot of divorced women will not date single unmarried men.
Because they don't want to deal with that bullshit anymore.
And
wanna-
also,
oh,
we
yeah,
don't
yeah.
understand what it's like to be a parent. So they will only date other divorced men. Because they
That's- yeah, that
they
makes
know
sense, yeah.
exactly like,
Like
oh,
a
I have to
Brady Bunch
cancel.
it.
Yeah, they go, I
Yeah.
have to cancel. And they get it. They understand.
Then it's like a fucking fucking CEO dating an intern. You're like, you don't know anything about this world.
So so Walter was
That's
the
a
intern.
power play.
Oh yeah.
But it is. I mean, it's also the college conundrum kind of thing where freshman year girls have the most options
Yeah,
because they have freshman, sophomore, junior, senior
and
guys to
varsity
date.
football quarterback.
Exactly.
Right?
For us, it was Rob Johnson at SC. But as each year passes, the pool for girls shrinks, but for guys it grows.
Gross, yeah.
And then so by the time you're a senior, you've got all like junior, sophomore, freshman girls to like date. And then for girls, they either have seniors or they have graduates.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is I think like you would think early 20s is the best years for dating. I actually think late and early 30s was the best.
30s is a
30s was actually the best, yeah.
Because you know yourself a little bit better. You know what pisses you off and doesn't.
You're more chill.
Yeah.
And then, but you also have money. Well, you should at that time. Versus 21, you don't have anything. So you can have.
You got hormones though.
Yeah, you got too much. But 30's not that far off from 20. You're still horny as fuck. You probably jack off still every day. But then you could last maybe 3 minutes longer when you're 30. I feel like every decade you last a couple minutes longer.
You're killing those time attack rounds. Yeah.
You don't do stop and go?
Stop and go. Yeah, that's
You don't edge yourself.
Yeah. You're more Kama Sutra in your 30s.
By yourself. Is there a solo Kama Sutra book?
But you can
Just comma.
date girls that are in their early 20s or whatever, and also you could date girls that are older than you, that are like in their mid 30s or whatever, and it's a good middle age where you can just explore. Yeah. Cougars and college kids.
Cougars and college kids.
Two main demographics.
Joe's book coming out soon
Cougars and college kids.
on AliExpress.
That sounds like a rap album name.
That's a great title.
That is a good title.
Cougars and college kids.
That's gonna be your biography name, dude.
So now whenever she wants to vet you, she can just go to any of these old videos
So
where you talk about your life.
We talk about dating other people.
this is the funny thing. She goes, I told her I'm coming out, and I go, hey, do you know like Just Kidding Films? And she's like, it sounds familiar, but I don't know. And then she looked it up as we're talking on the phone. She
God,
goes, oh my god, I do know these guys.
yeah,
and I go, you came up. And then she goes, what's this episode? I go, I don't know. Like, what's the title? And then it was like a generic title. So like I didn't know what the episode was. But then I was like, is she gonna watch all these? Cause like,
I'm gonna go back and change the titles.
I know.
Walter gets a new dildo. Just to like freak her out before she watches it. Just like crazy shit.
Hey, that title might fucking
Walter
bang.
exonerated from
I know.
murder.